What's up, YouTube? This is NYG31 here. Today I'm gonna do some football talk and just random talk in general. Um, I don't have my train of thoughts set correctly, but I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just lost of words right now. I mean, all I'm gonna say is that we're gonna compete for second place or first place in our division right now because I think we have depth in our offensive line. I think we have depth in our secondary, especially our corners, and I think we have pretty good depth on wide receiver too. So I don't know how this is gonna pan out. Like I said in my last live, we're not gonna have no preseason games. That could mess up the chemistry, of our players. But we'll see how they perform in training camp before the season starts. You know, and then we have a tough schedule too. We have the Steelers, then we have the Bears. I think we're home for the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken. And then we go on the road for LA. Then we go on the road for the Cowboys. I think we're home for the Redskins. And then we go on the road for the Eagles. So it's gonna be some I think the 6 game stretch is gonna be very tough. It's not gonna be easy because, I don't know how this team's gonna pan out because we have a very young secondary. And we have a very young offensive line. The only keys here we have is center. Who's going to play center? If it's Spencer Pulley, if they're going to put Nick Gates in center, I heard he played well in center in Spurs last year, but I think our center is a glaring weakness. I mean, I think we just drafted Shea Lemieux to play center, but he was usually a left guard at Oregon. So you know, I don't know how he's going to pan. You can't, you know, expect a rookie to play center when he has been playing guard all his life at Oregon. So you know that's how it is. But then we have still have a good stack front seven, and I think it's going to make some noise in the run game this year and stopping the run. But stopping the pass is going to be a challenge for us just because you have a young secondary, just because the Steelers have a good wide receiving core. Even the Bears got a good wide receiving core too. And then I'll say the 49ers is stacked with wide receivers. They got a good wide receiving core too. So these 3 games is going to be tough for us. And the fact is that, if we get up to a hot start, like beating the Bears, actually no, beating the Steelers, the Bears, the 49ers, that's going to be tough. The Rams, the Cowboys, the Redskins. I know we're going to beat the Redskins. No question about it. If we beat the Eagles at the link, if we start the season 6-0, guess what? I think we could win the division if we start 6-0. But if we start like maybe 2-4 or 1-4, that means we couldn't compete for third place and stuff like that. But you know, I think we have the horses to be competitive. I think we could finish second place. I don't think we're going to finish third place again like we did last year because we are more talented than we were last year. But the fact is, this the Washington Redskins is not talented enough. I don't think the Eagles address their secondary in the free agency or the draft. The Cowboys is stacked with corners, but the problem with the Cowboys is they have a little glaring weakness in safety. I think free safety is their glaring weakness. But I think the Cowboys have a chance to win the division this year. But if we start 6-0, don't be surprised if we win the division. Don't be surprised if we compete for first place because, like I said, we had a talented. Actually, we have the talent to compete with any team in the NFC East, including the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Deadskins, we're gonna sweep the Deadskins either way. Whether they get off to a good start or not, we're still gonna sweep the Deadskins because I think we're more talented than the Redskins. The Redskins have no secondary. They don't got no offensive line. I don't even like their running back core. What you don't know how Darius Geis is gonna pan out. He's been injury prone. Bryce Love, never seen much of him. AP is very old, but the fact is, I think we have the horses to compete in the NFC East, and we do. Fact is, we're gonna beat the crap out of the Washington Redskins. We're gonna beat the crap out of the Eagles, and we're gonna split with the Cowboys. But we 6-0. Prepare for the Cowboys to get swept by the New York Football Giants because it's gonna happen if we start 6-0. I'm not saying we're going to start 6-0, but if we start 6-0, that means the Cowboys is in pretty much big trouble because they have this glaring weakness at safety, and that's not good. You know something? I was watching a replay of Uptown's Hangout last night, and Judah came online bashing PR52 and telling him that he the one who flagged his old channel and stuff like that. But PR52, I have to ask you one question. Did you really flag Judah's channel? Because you acted so innocent last night. You kept saying, I didn't flag your channel, I didn't flag your channel. And Jude ate you alive. You couldn't even say shit, man, because, if I was getting dog like that, I would tell Jude, yo, I didn't flag your channel and that's it. But you kept saying like, "Oh, I didn't flag your channel. I didn't flag your channel." That goes to tell me that you probably did, but you forgot about it. The fact I want to know is PR52. Did you flag Judah's channel? And if you didn't, you send me the link before you send Judah the link. Because the fact of the matter is, because Judah doesn't believe you right now that you didn't flag his channel. But I feel that you I feel that you're not telling me something. And I need the whole truth. And nothing but the truth. That's all. See? I mean, even though nobody's watching my live, I mean, I really don't care if nobody watching my live. The fact of the matter is, I normally talk to myself anyway when I go online, so I don't care if I don't have no viewers or not. Who cares? Fact is, nobody's gonna watch me. That's fine. I could talk to myself all day. But the fact of the matter is, every time I get viewers, they always use me. They use me for my speech impediment. They use me for other platforms. And every time they use me for my platforms, they always want to berate me, destroy me, and do all these kind of stuff. And the fact is, just because I look different, that doesn't mean you gotta treat me different. Because you do the same thing to Drew, now you're doing the same thing to me. You can say, you're not even worth my time, but really, in reality, you are worth my time because you kept coming in my life, talking shit to me, use me as a platform, want me to be somebody I'm not. It's just bullshit, you know? This shit gotta stop. It's pretty pathetic how other YouTubers use me for their platform, but I can't use myself for my own platform. It's really pathetic. And the fact is, when we beat the crap out of the Eagles, when we beat the crap out of the Redskins, and when we beat the crap out of Washington I mean, when we win the division and we get that division title, you're gonna know that you don't mess with me, you don't mess with my speech impediment, you don't mess with the New York Football Giants. That's about it. No, the fact is, none of your teams in the NFC East is talented enough to beat the New York Football Giants. And once my New York Giants squash your asses, it's over. And Simons was talking about, oh, the NFC East is a joke. But you forgot to say that the Washington Redskins is a joke because they have to change their name because their name is so racist. And then if they didn't change their name, they're gonna lose naming rights of the stadium, which means FedEx is no longer gonna do business with the Washington Redskins. I mean, that's how pathetic the Washington Redskins really is. And the Eagles are pathetic too because they have a glaring weakness in right guard, and they don't have a good secondary. You don't know who's their number one corner. You don't know who's their number two corner. The fact is, who's their strong safety? You know, I think we are a much talented team than the Eagles and the Cowboys combined, and the Washington Redskins. I shouldn't even put their name out there because they're bums anyway. But the thing is, even though I'm not good at talking to myself on live, but the fact is, we have a chance to compete in the NFC East. I'm not going to make predictions that we're going to win the NFC East, but I have a prediction that we can compete in the NFC East. We're probably going to finish second place or maybe third place, but that belongs to the Eagles or the Washington Redskins. But I know my roster is going to compete and finish in second place. We're going to either be 6-10, or 7-9, or 8-8 in second place. I mean, Cowboys division is let me get on my thoughts a little bit. I'm a little bit off timing. But the thing is the Cowboys division to win. Because even though the Eagles won the Eagles won the division by default because they have to have the Cowboys lose out to good teams for order for the Eagles to win the division, which is pretty much, pathetic anyway. But the fact is, if we start 6-0, looking for us to be the division crowns this coming up season. And that's about it. Fact is, if we start 6-0, Cowboys and the Eagles is done for. Because there's no way that the Eagles gonna win the division with us being 6-0, with the Cowboys being 5-3. If we start 6-0, the division crown is ours. It may be a joke. The NFC East may be a joke, but for the Eagles and the Cowboys it is, not for the New York Football Giants. When we beat the crap out of these three teams, it's over. There's nothing that the division could do about it. Because we're here to compete We have a good locker room, good group of guys, and we're gonna beat the crap out of you. It's gonna be over. Once our chemistry start to kick in, it's over for the Cowboys and Eagles. Cowboys may have a good cornerback group, they may have a good offensive line, but their glaring weakness is safety. And I think free safety is a glaring weakness. And we can exploit that weakness. Eagles, you know they don't have a good secondary. They do not have a good secondary at all. And once they don't have a good secondary, it's over. The fact is, Eagles, you're not going to get a chance to beat us. You're not going to get a chance to sweep us. We are either going to split you guys or sweep the crap out of you. And once we sweep the crap out of you, it's going to be pretty much over. And there's nothing the Eagles going to do about it. The fact is, it's over for the Eagles. They don't got a secondary. They don't got a right guard. We're going to run over that offensive line to sack Carson Wentz a few times and put him on the injury list and make Jalen Hurts beat us, which he won't anyway. That's the reason why the Eagles draft a quarterback in the second round because they knew that Carson Wentz cannot stay healthy. I mean, he stayed healthy last year, but that doesn't mean he's going to stay healthy this year. It's going to be over for the Eagles. It's going to be pretty much be over for the Eagles. And once it's over for the Eagles, there's nothing that they could do about it because this organization is in disarray right now. No secondary, no right guard out for the season. I mean, they signed Jason Peters, but how he's gonna fail? How he's gonna fare playing right guard? How he's gonna fare playing right guard? I don't think he ever played right guard before. Fact is, it's gonna be over for the Eagles if we start 6-0. But if we don't start 6-0, let's say we start 4-4, I think we're gonna finish up in second place. That's my prediction. But if we start 6-0, we win this division, no matter what anybody say. NFC may be a joke, but it's a joke to the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Redskins. That's about it. It's not a joke to us because we start 6-0, it's over. It's over. There's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could say about it. It's over. Once it's over, there's nothing you could do about it. I keep saying it 3 or 4 times. There's nothing you could do about it. You're never going to do anything about it. The Eagles, the Cowboys is done if we start 6-0. And that's facts. That is freaking facts. Until then, this is NYG31 signing out.